Meet Bob. Bob, like you, is a citizen of Super Earth. Our
home.
In our
home.
Bob lived a good life. For you see, Bob came from a good family. Bob made great money. Bob was successful in his governmentally selected career as an artist, and Bob was, until very recently, the second greatest actor of his generation. In fact, Bob had it all, until Bob got greedy.
Hello.
When Bob was offered the chance to audition for the role of a lifetime. The same role you've seen countless times completely voluntarily every time you report for your democratically given duty. Bob was very good.
Take it easy.
But Bob was not good enough.
Sweet liberty! No!
The role appropriately went to the greatest actor of his generation.
Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free. Join the Helldivers.
And Bob called his mom to tell her the bad news. During the call, Bob voiced out loud that he still thinks he's the better pick for the job, and that very night Bob was arrested and found guilty of possession of contraband. At his 5-minute trial, Bob was given a choice: 365 months of community service by volunteering for the Helldivers program,
Falcon 1, landing in progress.
or 30.4 years as an IT support worker specializing in QA.
Falcon 1, landing in progress.
And when Bob picked the former, well, at least the bombastic music was glorious to hear.
I can do this all day.
This is Bob. Bob passed basic training. You'd be surprised because even though basic training lasts at most enough time for a healthy adult to take a medically approved shit, there are those who still manage to fail. Usually during the live turret fire exercise when everybody is still trying to figure out what the prone button is while the totally not pre-recorded voice recording of humanity's greatest hero,
Impeccable. Like I always say, the best simulation is a real simulation.
is shouting and distracting them from avoiding all the bullets. Not Bob. Bob survived, because Bob wanted most of all to live. Bob also survived the needle that's probably never been washed in between testing recruits, and Bob survived the drugs, which likely only has a 69% chance to cause immediate fatal seizures. And the bugs, and didn't stand too close to the test firing of the orbital bombardment.
Take a few steps back.
And more bugs, and wasn't crushed by the machine gun drop or the cardboard cutout teammate, and Bob planted his flag and Bob saluted the flag because Bob learned his mistake and Bob wants to live.
Step up to the platform, recruit.
Then fireworks.
Now there's a Helldiver.
Then Bob's own giant space penis that freezes him on the way to space. Along with countless others going through the exact same exercise. Then naming Bob's bigger, pointier penis with more hard angles because apparently Super Earth is rich enough to just start giving away Star Destroyers to every poor conscript who ever had to put on a slightly used, certainly smelly Stormtrooper helmet. Then Bob gets thawed out. Then
Congratulations on completing training, Helldiver. You're in charge of this vessel now. The Democracy Officer awaits you on the bridge. Welcome to the Galactic War.
credit where credit is due. This is a pretty sweet ship. Bob thinks it could have made for a cozy apartment for a family of 5, which is a surefire cure for overpopulation that somehow nobody has ever thought of in this world. But that's about as far as Bob gets before the klaxons blare and sirens wail, and now he's stuffed inside to what amounts to a metal bullet being fired from a cosmic 9mm, and he barely has enough time to pack. Not that there was much to pack given Bob just got here, and now Bob has to hurriedly make friends with all these other people, who range from clueless newbies like him, still struggling to remember the Konami code needed to call in guns that will actually work on the battlefield, to veterans of countless combat encounters who can be counted on to save the day.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
Oh wait, they bailed, probably at the thought of pairing up with a level 1, even when, at the end of the day, levels are entirely meaningless in this game. I mean Galactic War Simulation. I mean real Galactic War. I mean whatever, we're going down. And Bob's too busy trying to read the hilarious gameplay hints that never give any useful information, and are just variations of democracy, fuck yeah, and fuck yeah, democracy. All that before touchdown. And now, well, Bob's certainly doing well for his first mission. He's running well, managing his breathing. He knew to call down the bigger guns as soon as he clocked in for the day, and he knew the best thing to do as one of the freshly unfrozen meat bags literally thrown into the front lines is to follow the others into the fray. From the tutorial, Bob remembers that bullets hurt, and that goes the same whether they're coming from enemies or friendlies. And what enemies, you ask? Robots. Why robots? Because that's where the front is, based on current orders from Super Earth High Command.
Have a taste of democracy!
Bob also knows bullets make robots bleed, and is thanking the Jesus of democracy that they do, because Bob, at the end of the day, very much wants to go home alive. And it just so happens Bob was dropped into the middle of a mission that was already complete, with everybody ready to pack it in. What luck! Now Bob doesn't have to do shit. Wait, the robots are coming. Now Bob only has to do a little shit, and then Bob can go home.
In 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Liberty has seen you through.
Home being, of course, the Superstar Destroyer free democratic reach-arounds for all, and it hasn't even been 10 minutes since he got here.
Welcome back. Democracy's reach extends a bit further.
So Bob is feeling pretty good about his chances for the next 365 months. Even though his chances would almost certainly be better if he can afford all these great things in the mail order catalog, like actual armor and guns that slightly work, and most importantly of all, an entire Nintendo Power's worth of cheat codes to summon the big robot to beat the crap out of the other robots until the other robots also get bigger robots, at which point it turns out the big robot is really kind of a drama queen and will just fold up and quit whenever the other robots make fun of him.
The time has come to rid ourselves of the automaton irritant, once and for all.
But that's for another day because Bob is only level 2, and nowhere near the required standard of democracy to be able to do anything cool.
Initiating FTL jump to the tip pivot system.
But Bob is excited for what's coming next. After all, the ship looks great and the worlds he's been to have been full of atmosphere, both literally and figuratively. And all the guns sound great and so does the music.
Successful. Hellpod's prime.
Seriously, I could listen to this all day.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Hunt down the automaton and secure the future of Super Earth.
And when you call down fire support from above, it feels like flattening an uppity little shit's freshly built sandcastle with the butt cheeks of Buddha himself.
Requesting air support. Calling in orbital strike.
And really, how bad could it get? Bob's dead.
Requesting orbital strike.
Reinforcing!
You may see another Helldiver immediately take his place, but that's not Bob.
Pelican 1 aborting pickup.
Point me to the enemy.
Bob is gone forever, and we hardly knew Bob in the little time we got to spend with him, because that's what I really wanted to talk to you about. Bob's story is not unique. Did you know, on average, a Helldiver only survives for 1.34 missions before being killed? Democracy has been lying to you. Super Earth has been lying to you. Your sons, daughters, fathers, uncles, your mamas have been dying for oil and I don't even know what these guys want, except it has something to do with equality for all. And they've been dying to enrich the pockets of those who have stepped on or stepped over you for far too long. And for what? A sack of potatoes? A working toilet? Is it really worth losing your loved ones just because the game isn't going to nickel and dime you and you can earn all the capes you want just by playing? And also, even if you don't play for a while and come back, you can still get the rewards because grinding daily objectives is a group effort, which is probably promoting communism to the detriment of managed democracy when you think about it. And also, you can earn the real money currency in-game, and well, it feels nice not to be assholes for a change, right? But this shit is still fucked up when you think about it, and even dirty French peasants knew to revolt when enough is enough. So I guess what I'm asking here is, are you dumber than a French peasant? Because I don't think you are, and I think together we understand the true battle isn't in the stars above us, but at home, right here on Super Earth.
Our home.
Against the arbitrarily elected democratic government and